Dedu receives first aid kit from the comment section. You guys, I'm proud of you. Dedu deserves it. That's my boy. Tighter receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Seiko receives a first aid kit from the comment section. Good job. Seiko deserves it. That's my girl. Good day, good people. Toon, Dave, your United States Savior in this year of the Ascent. It's time to meet the teams. The new teams for Season 7 of the Danganronpa Hunger Games. So are you ready? We're not going to waste any time. This is going to be a long intro for the Hunger Games. We gotta introduce all these teams, some new, some old, some extended, some decreased. But let's introduce everyone who's here today. Starting off with Prepare for Trouble. They've made it double for their second time. Sonya, Gundam, Jin. The proud fathers have lost Jin, but they still have Taichi and Gerald. Fusion Ha. The former tag champs are looking to get their titles back. The Asylum returns. Kaede, Crazy Yoko Extra Large, and Crazy Yoko, all former tag team champions in their own rights. But never together, could it be today? The Jacket Failures have found a new member. Kaito, Hiro, and now Kanji joins the team. The Big Sisters, Sarah, Hina, and Mukuro stay together. In the family, still in the family, Kanon and Corey. Dominance tries to actually make their name mean something, because last season they did not. Miu, Akane, and Clover. As we keep on keeping on, the power of God in anime is fully back together. The Zuru and Mitrai embrace the reunite, the reunification with Hifumi. The Beanie Brigade also still together. Kazuichi, Ryoma, and Ruruka. Mind Trip. Mai has convinced Peter that she's teamed with Yasuke before, and they didn't do the worst. She thinks that he could be a valuable asset to Mind Trip, and so he is now there. The Dark Arts Specialist, your agents of chaos, will be lurking and will be spinning today because the champs are here. Yuta, Izuyoi, and Joe, your new Hunger Games Tag Team Champions, the Pure Boys. Literary Arts is back, Toko, and now the Hotheads return Mahiru, Himiko, and Himino. No AI in team, Alter Ego, and Chiaki, and Aiba return one more time, and as we go on, we have the Base Bros for maybe the last season, Leon and Kyutaro. Accent Imposters back again, Teru Teru, and Celeste, and with Valentine's Day coming up, I expect them to win. Hope's Last Stand tries to actually have some hope, Kibo, Non-AI Chiaki, and Makoto. Small and Mighty. After the disputes between Fuyiko and Monotaro, they kicked Monotaro off the team. But they have embraced Mizuki, Fuyiko, and Chihiro, now bring the small and mighty Mizuki. Shrouded in Mystery, coming back again. Fat Togami got his first win with the help of Kei, and now trying to get his second one. Show Me Your Moves also remains. Tinko with Iris. The Brainiacs are now back. Well, not back, they're new. Nagisa and Cork at your service is coming up, but these two smart boys are looking to put their big brains to the test. Healthcare. We now have Mikon, Mercedes, and Luna here to take care of you, make sure you're feeling right. At your service, we have 3 maid and butlers, 3 servants, Kurumi, Pennyworth, and Nagito. The All-Star Alumni. Now, this is actually a team that I thought about making into an episode, but I think they're the only pair that shared the same previous high school. Sakura and Peko, the All-Star Alumni. Low-key, a very dangerous team if they were actually pairing up. Follow my lead. 3 major leaders. Nekamaru, the ultimate team leader. Kokichi, the ultimate supreme leader. And boss. She's just in charge. The strongest sweethearts, Gonta and Raphael. I love them both. Those actually, I like this district a lot. Eye for an eye, Munakata and Dimitri. Fuyuko thought about, you know, coming in, chiming in on this one. He was like, let's see what Small and Mighty can do for one more time. But if we do terribly, you guys might have a spot for me. Headphone vibing. Masaru, Yosuke from Persona 4, and Marco from Lost Dimension. The Ultra Despair girls have stopped playing around. They're a part of their own team now. They want to get things done. Both former singles champions. We're not going to read that one, screw that one. Mysterious mascots, no longer murderous, now have Teddy to join the fray. With Monokuma and Zero the Third, Yin Yang Despair, we have Shirokuma, Kurakuma, and now the absolutely immense Junko. Big Junko. The Loving Brothers have lost a little love. Rantaro has decided he's been able to grace this team with some love. Grace them with the titles, and now he's moving on to another team because he's found his place in another group. But as we move on, just say it ain't so. Say it ain't so, because Kana and Aiko are trying to improve So. There's really the So Improvement Squad, but they're gonna say it ain't so. The mastermind's back once again, Monokuma. I'm sorry. Controllers of Monokuma, rather. Monica, Samugi, and Junko. Rock Opera Ibuki, Reiko, and Rise. 3 musical girls, homeroom teachers, Chisa, Kizakura, and Usami, the Amnesiacs. 2 who've forgotten their past a little bit, don't remember all of their past. Is it tragic? Is it bright? Who knows? Ryoko and Date, the headmasters, because we just had to do it. We had to break up. The one and only. Awful intense. Jin and Tengen, maybe Tengen can get some love. Now it's not a team of 2 people you hate, just one person you might not like. The Horn Bearers. It's Sato and Rantaro. The first 2 Horn Bearers carried the horns for so long, especially Sato. Rantaro too for a while, and then they got some help, but for a long time it was just those 2. Your sousaphone, your ocarina. Hopefully they take a win. The flourishing florist, Daisaku and Dedu. Mask on. Or mask off? There, it's mask on. Keep your mask on. COVID season. The Great Gozu, Seiko, and Jotaro. And as we scroll, oh gosh, we're almost done. The Secret Assassins, Maki and Kai, both kept their assassin nature a secret, but you know, you find, yeah, secrets they slip out eventually. The Selfless Saviors would do anything to put their lives, even put their lives on the lines for the ones that they care about. Juzo for Munakata, Keiji for sharpshooting still-minded Big Sister Sarah, and Mishima for Miss Now. The Resistance is here. Haiji and Hiroko. And then we got the spoiled team, Togami, Natsumi, and Oda. The False Gods, Angie and Rhea. And lastly, a mixed up expert deductions, Kyoko, Shuichi, and Naoto from Persona 4. And that's the lot. I will say, we're not going to dilly-and-dally a whole bunch today. But I can ask you, through this long list, which team is your ride or die team? Who's your ride or dies? We got a bunch of teams here now. I don't know who mine is yet, really. Last season I have prepared for trouble. They didn't win at all, so I'm not going to pick them this time and hope that, you know, no jinx. Hope that it's not a whole jinx. I think I know who I want, actually. So let me know in the comments. Who's your ride or die? And then, of course, pick first, second, and third. But before I pick that, and say that your comments are important, like this one, like that one, and even like that one down there, there is one formality that we have to tend to. The premieres are over, the champions are set, and you know what this season is all about. I hope you didn't forget. I didn't forget. Lo and behold, chaos could reign who knows how many times. As I click the screen recording button, 3, 2, 1. It's such a slim possibility today. It's really slim. Really slender. This is backwards. Wait a minute. That's hilarious. We're gonna switch that around to, yeah, and then back around to... So, the way that it was set up right now is, Chaos Reigns was 95%, and Order Remains was 5%. So oh, formalities. Let's go ahead. You guys ready to spin this thing now? There we go. And now it's right. We're gonna spin it real quick. We've seen it cash in at 10. Could have cashed in at 5. The lowest range. Let's see. No, not even close. Order definitely remains. Whew! That's kind of spooky. It's always a little spooky. So, hope you made your picks. I know who I'm gonna pick as my not my saving grace picks, my ride or die team. I really do like a lot of these teams, to be honest. I think we have a good pool this time. And a nice variety. We have all the Danganronpa characters and then a lot of representatives from other places. Give me... I do like Follow My Lead. Nakamaru, Kokichi, and Boss. I think I just might really like Boss. But I don't think they're gonna be my ride or dies. I like this combination of Small and Mighty. I think this might be my favorite iteration of Small and Mighty. I do like Yin and Yang Despair. I just like Junko AI. Big Junko, best Junko. Don't at me. Give... I don't know. I really don't know. Oh, this is kind of tough. Because I really do like most of these teams. I like pretty much, no. Every team except for one is pretty good. Give me the Amnesiacs. Ryoko and Date. I think Ryoko's a secret power player, and we don't know how Date is going to perform in these ones. So those are my picks. No, that's actually just my ride or dies, the Amnesiacs. For first, give me Ultra Despair Girls. I think they're going to pull off the first, or I guess the second spot on the bracket. Give me the Asylum for second, and give me... Rock Opera for third. Although I think my favorite name here is Say It Ain't So. I won't lie. But that's all we got. So, I guess we need a dice game. Do I have anything? No. That's some. Maybe I should take a swig. I don't. I can just kind of. Whoa! What? Hey! Me! I'm sorry. Down? Yeah, hello. How do you do? Hey. Hey, buddy. Hi. What? Yes. Hey, me. Hi. Hi. Yes. I need a vortex manipulator. Got here. Time. I need what? Time streams. I need you to take this. So you have your vortex manipulator. Yes, that much is clear. Shocking, really. Hush. Take this, please. Ready? A fair warning would have been okay. What is this? I gave you a fair enough warning. Just look inside. Okay. This guy. Hurry, and don't let them see it. Hurry up. Open it. Come on. Take it. Going. Jeez, take it easy. I have to make sure I don't. I guess I got all the time in the world. Oh. Yeah. Don't let them see it. I see. I was thinking about this. Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, be sure to use it. Thank you. No problem. That saves me a lot of time. Yeah, no. Time. I'm glad I got that off of my hands. Well, is it really off your hands? Because technically, like, since I have it, you'll have it in the future? Well, yeah, that's if you assume that time is like a strict linear progression of cause and effect, when really it's a big ball of wibbly wobbly. Yeah, you get it. Yeah. Of course I get it. I get it, so definitely. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, well, you understand timelines. I gotta go back. Do you have a die on you? I do. Great, because I need one. I really do. Oh, are we gonna? So this would be perfect. If you can just, the same way you did I think I got you. You ready? Yeah, I already did. You prepared? Hit the music. Hold on, let me. Yeah, that's my boy. No, that's the wrong thing. Hold on, let me get the. Ready? Toss it to me. Come on. That's my boy. I'm gonna head out. You take it easy. No problem. Whew, alright. We got a long one in store. So let's scroll up. Let's go ahead. Let's toss this die just one real time and see. 6. The whole 6. Man, I miss past me. Future me? Timey-wimey. So let me tell you. It's not 1 time. It's not 2 times. It's not 3 times. It's not 4 times. It's not 5 times. But as we meet all of these teams, I do believe it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. 6. 6 times. One of these teams will stand tall above them all, but not for the championship. Because that wheel did not hit. But boy, will it have plenty of opportunities to do so. Are you ready? Let's go ahead. Let's scroll all the way down. We got a whole lot of folks to get through as we proceed to who? Okay, the bloodbath. We started off real hot. There are tributes, and they're standing on their podiums. And as they do such, the horns doth sound. So for all of these teams, old and new, can we please sound the horns? Excellent. As Kibo and Gozu fight for a bag, Kibo strangles Gozu with the straps and runs. A shame. And Leon accidentally steps on a landmine. A shame. 2 teams are down 1 person. Marco rides to the arena on a polar bear. Jotaro begins working on a plan to overthrow Monokuma. Mercedes tries to explain to Monokuma that there's been a mistake, so she isn't supposed to be here. Realma is beaten to death with a chair by Chiaki. Not the chair. Not the steel chair. Kanji was supposed to get the chair. Chiaki got the chair instead. Oh man, Kizakura runs away from the cornucopia. Yuta grabs a backpack. Not realizing it's empty, Crazy Yoko scares Taka away from the cornucopia. Ryoko severely injures Sato, but puts her out of her misery. She even sounded the horns just now. Ryoko, I know you're a part of my ride or die team, but chill. Iris's hibernation was disturbed by the tribute's Gundam. Runs away from the cornucopia. Kurokuma and Kai fight for a bag. Kai gives up and retreats. Tarotero grabs a shovel that's not a sword, I promise. Kanji rides to the arena on a polar bear as well. Hifumi runs away from the cornucopia. Rhea feels under the weather, and so Chihiro and Peko comfort her and offer to take care of her this game. Yu runs away, so does Teddy. Clover clutches a first aid kit and runs away. Daisaku takes a running start and Superman punches Izio's skull clean off of his body. Daisaku, you've come in last or were eliminated in the first round so many times. And it looks like you are now trying to make sure things are going your way. Things are not, however, going the way of Jack, who gets repeatedly stabbed with sighs by Usami. Angie finds an ocarina inside of the cornucopia and plays it. Rantaro wanted to kill her for it, but the warm sound warms his heart, and he spares Angie. Spares her, and that warm sound must give him some sort of superpower, because Yasuke smashes a brick across his face. But Rantaro just shrugs off the blow. He was like, the ocarina makes me the toughest man in this arena. Ocarina. Mondo sets off an explosive, killing sharpshooting still-minded Big Sister Sarah. Jin enters the game feeling under the weather, so Jin and Kei take care of him. Kyutaro finds Pennyworth hiding in the cornucopia, but Pennyworth kills him instead. That's the end of the base pros already. Jeez Louise. Toko grabs a chainsaw. Dimitri scares Kazuichi away from the cornucopia. Mishima, Natsumi, Kana, and Date share everything they gathered before running. Nagisa comes riding in on a rare mon, making Taichi and Mizuki jealous. Fair. Hina runs away. Mitarai and Shirokuma engage in a friendly knife fight. Ruruka grabs a machete. Makoto approaches Monica Computer and Fat Togami, and he says, I'll be killing you all this game. With his luck, Maki grabs a chainsaw. That's terrifying. Zero the Third, Cyril, Nakamaru, and Celeste share everything that everything that they've gathered before running. Shuichi runs away. Tengen runs away. A sudden urge of dread overcomes Hiro as he notices Alice staring at him. Did Alice kill you? Is that the truth of this scenario? Junko runs away while Santa was unloading gifts for the tributes. Nane Aichiaki jumps out of the toy sack. Santa, he's delivery man the other 364 days. Gerald runs away, so does Now. Luna forces Mukuro to start singing Please Give Me Wings. Mukuro, that ain't the most fitting ending for you. You're not over, but you know, you know that song. You know it real well. Oh boy. Akane finds a backpack full of camping equipment. Masaru runs away from the cornucopia. Mai refuses to believe any of this is real. Zuru can't remember who they are. Kori tries to help him remember. Komaru runs away from the cornucopia. Keiji and Monokuma fight for a bag. Keiji strangles Monokuma with the straps and runs. Kori comes in riding on a rare mount, making Tenko and So jealous. Rise and Hiroko fight for a bag. Hiroko strangles Rise with the straps and runs. Rise, oh no. Kurumi runs away. Munakata seriously contemplates suicide. Crazy Yoko uses her signature move to kill Sonya. Sonya, oh no. Seiko runs away. Kyoko severely slices Aiko with a sword. Sayaka clutches a first aid kit and runs away. Mikan was hibernating apparently. Maiharu and Raph fight Kanon and Lysithea. Maiharu and Raph survive. Well, it's Raph. What did we expect? Dedu uses a shovel to kill and bury Togami. Jeez Louise. Samugi snatches a pair of sais. Sakura runs away from the cornucopia. Ibuki runs away as well. Kaede stays there for resources. Kotoko grabs a jar of fishing bait while Big Junko gets the fishing gear. It'll be so small for her because she's so big. Himino and Oda try and find a way to escape the arena. Fuyuko grabs a shield leaning on the cornucopia. Reiko rips a mace out of Hajime's hands. Naoto runs away from the cornucopia. Gonta also runs away. Joe finds a torn photo of Haiji within his pocket with the word friend scribbled on the back. Haiji is a friend? Joe, you must be mistaken. Who knows? Juzo breaks Himiko's nose for a basket of bread. Boss acts antisocial and refuses to introduce herself. Chisa throws a knife into Nagito's head. Jeez Louise. Aiba enters a phone booth to make a call. The booth starts to rumble violently and then launches into space. Is she okay? She should have just used the vortex manipulator. Alter Ego ignores the opening assembly, plays video games with Kaito. Yosuke runs away from the cornucopia, and Kokichi enters the arena, but changes his mind and he's just like, you know what, I'm just gonna go. You just abandon your team, Kokichi. On day one. Not even day one, just the bloodbath. We gotta go to day one. Because here it is. Mahiru chases Mukuro at the start of this day. We did lose quite a bit of people, but we have quite a bit left. Celeste is so excited about her super weapon that will take over the arena that she wrote a song about it. I feel like this isn't the first time you've done that. Kori and Naoto talk about their lives. Gonta receives fresh food from a mysterious man dressed as a wizard. Hiroko plays chess with death, not death with chess, and wins. Kurakuma is ready for the year of the Yuta. Makoto, Kana, and Yosuke. It is kind of the Yuta has all the titles. Band together to fend off a pack of starving wolves. Raph steals from Pekka while she isn't looking. Zero the Third catches the despair disease and starts posing dramatically. Date rests in a fruit tree. Ibuki picks frozen berries from the forest. Maki receives fresh fruit from an unknown sponsor. Sakura tries to kill every Monokuma on the school grounds. Kanji's phone rings and there's no caller ID when he picks it up. It's just Oda insulting him on the other line. Mishima discover the river. Jin and Reiko grievously injure each other during a vicious fight. I wouldn't think that would ever happen, to be completely honest. Unless Jin initiated, I don't think Reiko would attack Jin. In order to survive, they have to nurse each other back to health. Hifumi throws some sand into the eyes of Iris, causing Iris to go temporarily blind for the rest of the game. You remember that. She can't see a thing right now. Clover receives medical splash from an sponsor. Junko and Hajime kiss underneath the mistletoe. Okay. That's fine. It's okay. The mistletoe is fine. Yeah, it's fine. I'll remember that. Akane runs to a Yeti in the forest but manages to escape. Shuichi confesses how much he has come to hate Daisaku. Daisaku runs away crying. That poor boy. He's really a pure boy. Despite wearing winter clothes, Hina still feels the cold air around her. Taichi, Mew, and Natsumi band together to fend off a pack of starving wolves. Hiro sees Nane Achiaki holding a meeting with Taka, Fatogami, and Rhea. Angie makes a snowman that kind of looks like Alice. Pretty good job. Komaru and Munakata. It should be a good job since she's the ultimate artist. Komaru, Munakata, and Luna make homemade weapons. Dimitri tells Juzo that he's not a clown, but the entire circus, Pewter, seems to be dead, but it's a lie. Dedu receives first aid kit from the comments section. You guys, I'm proud of you. Dedu deserves it. That's my boy. Titan receives medical splash from an unknown sponsor. Seiko receives a first aid kit from the comments section? Good job! Seiko deserves it! That's my girl. Tenko and Jotaro decide to bake some heart-shaped cookies together, getting ready for Valentine's Day. I see Mizuki sees smoke rise in the distance, but decides not to investigate. Shirokuma gets his hand stuck in a can of Pringles. Marco spends the whole day walking around in shoes made of Legos. He is a truly transcendent beyond humanity. Jin works out with an abdominal snowman. Alter Ego embraces the power of positivity. Sayaka falls into a pit but somehow lives. You gotta do better than that pit. I said that and then just regular like Nintendo pit. Smash pit. Let's see. Crazy Hiyoko extra large practices her archery. Toko puts all of her faith into Atua. Big Junko gets her hand stuck in a can of Pringles. That's a big can of Pringles. Usami socializes with some ice fairies. Rantaro, Teruteru, and Chisago penguin sledding together. Kaito does Kaito things. Joe hangs up mistletoe in the Joe. I can't believe you. I guess the pure boys aren't all that good. They might be pure, but maybe they aren't good. Kazuichi, Kotoko, Quark, and Mercedes talk about their hobbies in an amazing feat of strength. Kibo crushes So with a boulder. Mikon screams So's name in anguish. Who gave Kibo a strength upgrade? That man's supposed to be kind of weak. In an effort to survive, Fuyuko tries to strangle Izuru with toilet paper. Fortunately, its 2-ply and is enough to kill Izuru. Chiaki and Himino play tricks on Masaru while Cyril steals from his room. That's why you can't trust Cyril. Can't trust him. Can't trust him as far as you can throw him. Even if you can throw him pretty far, you still can't trust him. Ruka isn't crying. She's sweating from her eyes. Chihiro washes his hands in the river. Tengen, former tag team partners here, grabs a burning log of wood and hurls it at Taiji's tent, setting it aflame and roasting Haiji alive. Maybe Tengen hated Haiji this entire time and he was like, you know what? Finally, my opportunity. Kyoko, Mondo, Boss, and Pennyworth hunt for other tributes. Crazy Yoko tries to spearfish with a trident. Nagi-sa camouflages himself in the bushes. Ryoko makes a snow angel on the ground. Himiko tries to spearfish with a trident. Monica buys AV merchandise from AV's Wares and Despairs. Gundam plays Patty Cake. Baker's Man with Now. KG receives fresh fruit from an unknown sponsor. Materai scares Kaede off. Maya sets up an ice cream shack. Gerald comes by to buy some. It was awful. Gerald burns down the shack, killing Maya. That's why you better test your ice cream. Nekomaru catches a ride on the Polar Express and escapes from the arena. What is up with Team Follow My Lead just leaving? Okay. Sumugi catches the despair disease. Kei uses a spell to suck the intelligence out of Kai, but it fails because there's nothing to suck out. Karumi smacks the taste out of Yasuke's mouth, and Kizakura sips on apple cider. We actually only we lost 23. That's not really an only, is it? 2 of those people just left, actually. So we really only lost 21. But ladies and gentlemen, it is still a Clear Day Loon 4. Gozu, Leon, Ryoma, Sato, Izuyoi, Jack, Sarah, Kyutaro, Monokuma, Rise, Sonia, Aiko, Kanon, Lysithia, Togami, Nagito, Aiba, Kokichi, So, Izuru, Haiji, Maya, Nakamaru. Well, as we see everybody's statuses, I'm gonna do a Control F Alive. Because, you know, we still have 104. I was gonna say, this is a big one. A very large game. But perhaps we'll lose more than 23 in a day. Perhaps we'll lose like 50. If we have a feast, an arena event. We're not even gonna go through everyone who's here. There's 104 people to get through. You know who you picked, you know who's still in on their teams. Are you ready? How's your tag team Ride or Die doing? Are they having a good showing on their first appearance? I don't know, but let's proceed to see if they continue to have a good showing at the start of night 1. Oda finds a big red button and presses it immediately as if he has a death wish, much to his disappointment. The button does nothing. Iris gets killed and replaced by a realistic doll made in her image. I guess I'll let it slide. I guess she's still alive. Mikon finds a stereo and presses play. Unfortunately, those sick beats are her execution music and she dies horribly. Chihiro receives an explosion from an unknown sponsor. Ruruka finally finishes her novel. Go ahead and buy it now. Sweet treats and manipulation. Her top-selling, best hit, New York best time seller. I tell you what. Shirokuma attacks Big Junko, but Hifumi protects her, killing Shirokuma. I don't know what. Fumi, why are you simping for Big Junko, first of all? That should be the first of all. Tengen grabs a kitchen knife, opens for self-defense, and Mizuki ambushes Munakata and kills him. Rest in peace to him. In a team-building exercise, Toko and Komaru tell each other what they hate about one another. That's the Ultra Despair Girls. I guess she's teaming with Genocide Jack, but that's the Ultra Despair Girls. Teddy dresses up as Luna before he breaks out in Cosbox. Luna just laughs. You should be helping him. This is your healthcare. That's your team. Kurikuma stands outside of Gonta's camp. Gonta is trick-or-treating. I'm sorry, Kurikuma's trick-or-treating because he still thinks it's Halloween. Maki and Junko take some pictures of the Aurora Borealis before they go to sleep for the night. Good on them. Miu reminisces about the Year of the Horizon. That is the year that she successfully retained the singles title. She had a good one. Marco ain't afraid of no ghost. Kotoko tends to Masaru's wounds. The warriors of hope helping each other out. Nagisa severely injures Hajime, puts him out of his misery. Rest in peace to Hajime. Jin does a quick prayer to Atua before going to sleep. Fuyuko hits Jin with some sweet chin music. That man's is KO'd. He's knocked out cold, but he's still alive. Kaito stood in the ashes patrolling dead souls and asked the ghost if honor matters. The silence was their answer. Dedu attacks Jotaro. With the legacy of his bloodline wasn't strong enough, allowing Jotaro to retaliate and kill Dedu. You were able to take out Dedu? I doubt it, but you know what? It is what it is. Monica, Kyoko, and Nane Aichiaki sleep in shifts. Kaede makes a makeshift bed out of fallen snow. Clover stays awake all night. Taichi gets distracted. Yuta finds an Etch-a-Sketch and shows Mercedes the portrait he made for her. Mercedes loves it and kisses Yuta on the forehead. That's a very Mercedes response. Ibuki loads her shotgun with the physical form of murderous intent. Ibuki got more intense this season. Peko quietly hums. Natsumi wants to speak with the manager of AV's Wares and despairs. Busy. Totally busy. Kana dresses up as Seiko but breaks out in Cosbox. Seiko laughs. Poor Kana. Himiko looks at the nighttime sky. Fatogami gets a hold of AV's soundboard and plays. What are you... No, how do you keep... It's not even... Okay. That's fine. Mitrai finds an Etch-a-Sketch somehow. After a few hours, creates a masterpiece. Makoto locks Kibo into a coffin and buries him alive, but Kibo manages to escape. Mondo manages to tame a polar bear for a pet. This should come in handy. Alice and Gerald exercise under the stars. Tenko goes to the dog shelter and lets all the dogs out. So it was her. It was she who did it. Kokichi did it first. Kaito... I'm sorry, not Kaito, just Kai. Relaxes by his campfire, his fireplace. Crazy Oak Extra Large receives fresh fruit from an unknown sponsor. Joe also lets all the dogs out. Everyone's just letting the dogs out. It's only geez Louise. Angie battles Pennyworth in an intense game of rock, paper, scissors. On a cliffside, Angie chooses scissors. Pennyworth chooses what looks like papers, but is actually a slap to the face, knocking Angie right off of the cliff. I guess scissors beats paper, but slap beats scissors. Okay, I get that. Kay ain't afraid of no ghost. Taka receives clean water from the known sponsor. Tisa ain't afraid of no ghost. Sakura is actually fairly terrified by some ghost. Naoto tried to set a trap but unfortunately ends up trapping herself. Karumi makes a makeshift bed out of fallen snow. Hina tends to her wounds. You thought it was Chiaki, but it was me, Dio. Daisaku delivers an intense motivational speech to Quark and Hiroko, inspiring them to give their all in these games. Pewter's unknown sponsor is AV. Do I sense some bias here? I do like Pewter a lot, so maybe a little bit. Himino and Rhea take some pictures of the Aurora Borealis before going to sleep. Mishima charges his ultimate move. Kazuichi eats a sandwich, restores his health to full. Akane cooks before putting out her fire. Dimitri buys a plush of Teru and cuddles with it. Juzo says a swear word. Celeste covers Sayaka's ears. For a second I thought it was Sayaka covering Celeste's ears. I'm like, you don't have to worry about that one. Kanji etches a sketch into a tree. Yasuke takes that as a threat. Count the number of times that I mix up Yasuke and Yosuke. It's going to happen. Reiko hates Raph so strongly that she created a squad against Raph. Why would you ever hate Raph? Raph's such a good boy. And a great puncher. Hiro sings My Hero Lullaby. Usami, Samugi, and Rantaro look for more people to become friends with. How wholesome. I expect that from two of you. One of you not so much. Boss and Mukuro fight off a pack of possessed snowmen. Kizakura makes hot stew for dinner before bedding down for the night. Now says a swear word. Cyril's ears are covered by Gundam. You might need to do that one. Shuichi manages to tame a polar bear. That should come in handy. Yosuke, Keiji, and Alter Ego get into a fight. Alter Ego, however, triumphantly kills them both somehow. Corey finds a Deva in the arena and befriends it. He's got one dark Deva. Crazy Yoko Extra Large goes to the Love Hotel with Date, but somehow wakes up next to his tag team partner Ryoko, and you thought it was Zero the Third, but it was in fact me, Dio. It is day 2. We didn't lose so many that day, but we're gonna lose some now, because Zero the Third finds a violin and plays it horribly, you know, to Mitsurai's frustration. Mondo bleeds out due to untreated injuries, Juzo smells a rat, Taka confides in Clover, Peko, Big Junko, and Nane Achiaki find the Triforce, but they can only distribute the but before they can distribute the powers to each of them, Hiroko kills everyone, and takes the Triforce for herself. She took out Big Junko. I don't know how she did that, David and Goliath, oh my gosh. Mukuro spends the entire day making angels in the snow. Sayaka does Sayaka things that can only spell trouble. Kori bashes KZ with a mace. Oda asks for Yasuke's axolotl. Yasuke gets confused. He should be. I don't even know. We don't even have axolotls in the ring, in the arena. Where did you get it from? You don't have one. That's why you're so confused. Teruteru sets up an ice cream stand. Kotoko joins as Teruteru's faithful assistant. That's gonna probably be a pretty dope ice cream stand, I won't lie. Seiko and Marco work together to toss Masaru's items into lava. There's a lot of tag team betrayal going on. Speaking of, Kaito kills Hiro with a shotgun bomb. Speaking of, I swear I didn't see that yet, and it was just my tongue. It was the jinx at work. Cyril receives fresh fruit from an unknown sponsor. Alter Ego receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Rantaro, Makoto, and Raph make homemade weapons. Akane holds Taichi's head underwater, but Taichi grabs her arm, pulls her into the lake. Both tributes unable to kill one another. Simply swim away. Gerald doesn't want to live on this planet anymore. Gundam receives a first aid kit from the comments section. You guys are just really supporting all the right people today, and I appreciate it. Crazy Yoko Extra Large stalks Reiko. Iris and Hifumi compete in a snowman building competition. Iris works tirelessly, creates a masterpiece. Hifumi just kicks some snow together and somehow wins for the artistic liberty of the traditional snowman. You would think that Hifumi would really get into snowman building, now that you think about it. Maybe not, actually. Maybe not. Naoto creates her own superhero identity and enlists Teddy as her sidekick. I really like this event for some reason. Jin is tied down to a table and forced to listen to Kyoko's monologue about herself. Jin dies of boredom. You didn't even want to listen to your own daughter. Jeez Louise. Junko sees it completely pale. Crazy Yoko washed ashore, unmoving. Junko revives her with CPR. Mishima tries to sleep the entire day. Kai, Kibo, Ruruka, and Toko hunt for other tributes. Daisaku finds a bikini and puts it on. It's quite revealing. Wait, that's the wrong simulator. Oh well. Jizaro feels like there's a duck watching him. Shuichi tries to sneak attack Ibuki, but she catches on and runs away. Kurumi asks Maki if everything's okay. Is it? Tenko trips on a comically placed banana peel, but falls on her bottom. She's okay. Didn't break her neck. Tengen asks Alice if everything's okay. Samugi constructs a shack. Mizuki bashes Rei's head against a rock several times. That's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt. Himino, Kanji, and Chihiro make homemade weapons. Date finds the Infinity Gauntlet, but doesn't have any of the stones, so he just beats Nagisa to death with it. Fair. Fair is fair. Fuyiko defeats... Oh, there's a lot of people in that event down there. Defeats Fatogami in a fight, but spares his life now, and Celeste trade talents. So, Celeste is now an artist, and now is a gambler. I'm behind the idea of gambler now. Chisa, Usami, Kizakura, Kaede, Mahiru, Himiko are all forced to play the majority game. Himiko received the most votes, but unfortunately for the others, she was a sacrifice, so everyone else got executed. She chooses Mahiru, her tag team partner, to not be executed. That's poetry in motion. Gonta shoots Mercedes with a shrink rare and steps on her. My goodness, Gonta! Pewter stares up the ominous mountain towering in the center of the arena. Has that always been there? No, it hasn't. But it's coming. Joe, Kurokuma, Chiaki, Sakura, Hina, and Ryoko play some hockey. Cork receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Komaru uses a spell to suck the intelligence out of Mew, but fails because there's nothing to suck out. Mew's brilliant though. Your spell must not have worked. Natsumi throws sand to the eyes of Boss, and now she's temporarily blind for the whole game. The rest of the game. Can she do it? She's the only person on her team who hasn't just left the arena. Pennyworth questions Monica's sanity. Jin sprains his ankle while running away from Dimitri. Luna feigns death, tricking Kazuichi into ignoring her. Yuta falls into a pit but somehow lives, and Kana searches for a water source we lost. 22. And I will say at this rate, we'll be done in, what, like 4 more days? 4 more days. So yes, now, A Claire de Lune. 4. Mikan. Shirokuma. Munakata. Hajime. Dedu. Angie. Yosuke. Keiji. Mondo. Peko. Big Junko. Nane Aichiaki. Kei. Hiro. Jin. Rhea. Nagisa. Chisa. Usami. Kizakura. Kaede. Mercedes. Statuses of all. We'll do a control F. I was gonna say we have 80 something, 82. 82 remain. That's still a ton. That's still a major game. But 1 arena event, 1 feast. Could change that. How are your teams doing? Are any teams completely out with a quick scroll? Yes, the base bros were out pretty much immediately. Most every other team, healthcare style is Luna. Yeah, you're fine. Elsewhere Spare Girls. I don't think any other team is nope, Homeroom's completely out. Poor Homeroom. They had 3 people too, poor Homeroom, jeez Louise. Yes, no other team is completely out. False Gods are. 3 teams completely out, just 3. And there's still so many people to go. Let's go ahead. Tonight too, as Tengen climbs into an Exisol. That's bad. Luna slices at Chihiro's eyes. Chihiro's now blind. Oh no. Poor Chihiro. Chisara buys a plush of Clover and cuddles with it. Sayaka, Sakura, Fatogami, and Kai play a friendly game of Uno in which Fatogami wins. After losing repeatedly in chess, Shuichi tosses the game board into the fire. You don't play Celeste in chess. She's the ultimate gambler. She knows all the games. She wouldn't play a game that she's gonna lose. Chiaki and Marco fight off a pack of possessed snowmen. Mitarai holds a secret meeting with Naoto, Himino, Nao, and Dimitri. Ryoko strangles Gundam with a rope. Oh no, Avi the Ultimate Jinx comments on how well Komaru's doing. She's doing alright. Hiroko walks up to Komaru and says, "That's rough, buddy." Tinko spends the night setting traps to keep Kana and Mishima out of her camp. She's like, "No, your turn to die here." I can't believe you're trying to keep out Kana. She's a young non-degenerate male. She's a young female. Non-degenerate male. Himiko and Alter Ego stare at each other through the crackling of their campfire, the thought of murder on their minds. Natsumi, Miu, and Raph get into a scrum debate with Maki, Fuyiko, and Monica about who the strongest character in Danganronpa is. Raph would like to know because he wants to train with them. Iris and Samugi, the rest of this event is not welcome in a school environment. Daisaku, what did you guys do? Daisaku finds an Etch-a-Sketch and shows it to Kurumi, the portrait that he made for Akane. Daisaku was cheating on Kurumi with Akane this whole time. Inarai was calling him a good boy. Makoto and Kazuichi get into a heated argument. Makoto has enough of Kazuichi's crap and kills him. Rest in peace to the Beanie Brigade's Kazuichi. Pennyworth grabs Kokichi by the throat. He already left. When did he get back here? Date is plagued by a reoccurring nightmare. Teruteru, Taichi, plagued by a nightmare. He needs to get his dreams checked out. Haha. Teruteru, Taichi, Gerald, and Teddy make shadow puppets over the campfire. Everyone's so much better at it than Teddy that he starts to get jealous. That seems like something Teddy would do, to be honest. Rentaro receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Joe finishes his novel. Jin, Hifumi, and Kurokuma get into a fight. Jin triumphantly kills the both of them, surprisingly enough. Kibo relaxes by his fireplace. Corey cries himself to sleep. Gonta finds a big red button, presses it immediately as if he has a death wish. Much to his disappointment, the button does nothing. Maybe it did something as Junko accidentally detonates a landmine while trying to arm it. She's out of here. Kotoko and Hina exercise underneath the stars. Quark dresses up as Crazy Yoko, but breaks out in Cospox. Crazy Yoko just laughs. Her crazy laugh. Boss grabs a dumbbell and starts working out. She's like, if I'm gonna be alone on this one, I'm gonna do it. Ruruka attacks Toko, but Masaru protects her, killing Ruruka. That's another Beanie Brigade member down. Kaito, Oda, and Taka comment on what they find nice about one another to improve the mood. Mahiru kills Ibuki while she's asleep. Cyril etches a sketch, and that sketch is an etch. Into a tree, Kyoko takes as a threat, Seiko uses night vision goggles to navigate the arena. Zero the Third and Yasuke tell each other their greatest fears in order to grow each other's trust. Mukuro convinces Alice to snuggle with her. Okay, Kanji fell out of the world. My boy. Crazy Yoko Extra Large, Juzo, and Yuta cheerfully sing songs together. Reiko convinces Mizuki to snuggle with her, and Pewter reminisces about the year of the aviator. That was so long ago. That's when things were just getting rolling as we proceed to day 3. Kana confesses how much she has come to hate Ryoko. Ryoko says the feeling's mutual. Naoto goes nya to annoy Kori. Kurumi uses her special attack on Oda, the Mega Destruction Ball of Darkness and Destruction. It did no damage. Luna spends time making a snowman, finally stepping back to admire the work that she's done, only to have Date to run up and rugby tackle it to pieces. I can't imagine someone doing that. While goofing off, Yuta and Hiroko build a snow fort together. Rantaro, Daisaku, and now discuss the killing life so far. Alter Ego melts some snow to get some water. That's, once again, a big brain play. Mukuro repeatedly stabs Raph to death with sighs. A shame, Raph. Pennyworth glares at Marco and says, "Do you want to die?" Marco just runs away. Sakura rolls a tiny snowball down a hill after growing in size and speed. Runs over Kaito and Teruteru before going off of a cliff. That's the end of those two. Poor Kaito. Maybe this season. Maybe you'll get yours. Tengen wakes up from a long nap. Iris thinks about home. Pewter breaks out the cold weather wardrobe. Makoto runs to a Yeti in the forest but manages to escape. Himiko receives fresh food from a mysterious man dressed as a wizard. Zero the Third works out with an abdominal snowman. Akane spends the day ice skating near a frozen river. On a nearby frozen river, Chiaki sees a completely pale Joe washed ashore, unmoving. Chiaki revives him. Chiro and Tenko both try to use the Mega Destruction Ball of Darkness and Destruction. Both do no damage to either Samugi or Fat Togami respectively. Masaru can blitz fruit from a tree. That's dangerous. That's so dangerous. You wanna know why? Because that's a tree. Dangerous. Cyril dies from hypothermia. Rest in peace. Kind of. Dimitri constructs a shack. Jin sets up an ice cream stand. Toko joins as Jin's faithful assistant. Quark starts to go insane. Okay. Clover offers to sell her friendship to Crazy Yoko Extra Large. Komaru receives a knife from an unknown sponsor. Monica dies of dysentery. Reiko, Mahiru, Kotoko, and Teddy join the Chad Septic Eye cult? Okay. I'm not gonna ask. Alice, ask Maki for an axolotl. Maki's confused. I'm confused. Hina searches for a water source. Crazy Yoko sees a completely pale Mizuki wash ashore, revives her with CPR. Kai finds the remains of a Viking ship. Jotaro chases Gonta. Taka, still alive. Boss picks frozen berries in the forest. Fuyuko, Sayaka, Gerald argue over what ingredients to buy from Avia's wares and despairs. The arena supermarket. Let me tell you, we got everything. We got time. We got a lot of time. That's the only spice that we have. Time. Celeste tends to Juzo's wounds. Kyoko gets drenched in honey. Unfortunately, she is allergic and perishes. Mishima goes hunting. Shuichi kills Natsumi with her own weapon. Seiko and Kibo go ice fishing. Mitarai receives a gift from an unknown sponsor. It's a box of chocolates. Huh. Mew feigns death, but Himino sees right through it and kills her. So much for dominance. And Taichi catches Yasuke, crawled in a ball, rocking back and forth, sucking his thumbs. It seems like he's lost it. We move on. We're about to lose some folk. The class is plugged into a VR game. It's a arena event. Marco exploits a bug, strangling Dimitri with toilet paper. He suffocates in real life. Mukuro enjoys the game. Shuichi exploits the same bug and Reiko perishes. Taka breaks a rule. Who knew that Taka would be the one to break a rule and is punished in-game by Monokuma? He falls into a coma in real life and subsequently perishes. Maki and Masaru enjoy the game. Iris solves the mystery of the Neo World program and so does Sakura. Tenko breaks a rule, punished by Monokuma. Alter Ego solves the mystery. Makoto glitches out and falls to the game world, never wakes up. Quark enjoys the game and so does Yuta. Zero finds a sci-fi weapon in the game and fires it at Date. The explosion catches Teddy and Jin. All three of them die of shock. Mizuki finds the same weapon, fires it at Chihiro. Clover and Chiaki, those three all die in shock as well. Oda breaks a rule. I can't say I'm surprised. He perishes by Monokuma's hand. Makoto, Hiroko, and Gerald. Makoto and Hiroko enjoy the game. Gerald's out here solving mysteries. Rantaro glitches and falls to the world, never wakes up. Joe finds a sci-fi weapon, fires it at Yasuke. Akane and Pennyworth all perish in the blow as well. Seiko solves the mystery. Kibo glitches out, never wakes up. Crazy Yoko, ironically enough, also solves the mystery. Ryoko exploits a game bug. Strangles Mitarai with toilet paper, suffocates in real life. Mahiru enjoys the game. Kori helps Kurumi plug in, but accidentally plugs the wires in wrong. Kurumi's brain ends up leaking out of her nose. Oh no, Kurumi. Himiko breaks a rule, punished by Monokuma. Taichi finds that same weapon, fires it at Toko. Kai and Hina perish as well. Kana solves the mystery. Juzo enjoys the game. Pewter shoots that weapon at Fuyiko. Luna and Now perish as well. This day is nuts. Daisaku and Naoto enjoy the game. I'm surprised you didn't solve the mystery. Mishima glitches out of the world, falls to the game, never wakes up. Gonto enjoys the game. I'm glad you didn't get plugged into the game wrong. But you know who did? Himino. She perishes. Her brain's leaking. Crazy Yoko fires a weapon, a sci-fi weapon, fires it at Jotaro, Sayaka, and Celeste. As much as I want to say it was glorious, secretly betting on Celeste. Kamaru enjoys it. Tsumugi solves the mystery. Alice glitches through, never wakes up. Tengen enjoys it, and Boss solves the mystery. We didn't lose 20 this time. Not at all. We lost 48! 48! 48? 48. Okay. Can we get a real lengthy Claire de Lune? 4. Gundam. Kazuichi. Hifumi. Kurakuma. Junko. Ruruka. Ibuki. Kanji. Raph. Kaito. Teruteru. Cyril. Monica. Kyoko. Natsumi. Mew. Dimitri. Reiko. Taka. Tenko. Makoto. Date. Teddy. Jin. Chihiro. Clover. Chiaki. Oda. Rantaro. Yasuke. Akane. Pennyworth. Kibo. Mitarai. Kurumi. Himiko. Toko. Kai. Hina. Fuyuhiko. Luna. Now. Mishima. Himino. Jotaro. Sayaka. Celeste. And Alice. You want to see everybody's statuses? Let's see everybody's statuses. We're gonna do a quick... Proud Father's doing A-okay, hold on. Yeah, 34. So much more manageable size now with Taichi, Gerald, Crazy Yoko Extra Large, Crazy Yoko, this entire row's gone. Corey's still in the house. Pewter for Mind Trip, the Dark Arts Specialists have Kotoko, the Pure Boys, the Champs still have Yuta and Joe. Literary Arts is out, the Hotheads still have Mahiru. No AI and Team with Alter Ego, Small and Mighty with Mizuki, the newest member. Shrouded in Mystery with Fatogami. Show Me Your Moves with Iris, the Brainiacs with Quark. Boss Time for Follow My Lead. Boss Time, it's just Boss. I miss Boss Time already. All-Star Alumni with Sakura, the Strongest Sweetheart still with Gonto, Headphone Vibing with Masaru and Marco, Ultra Despair Girls has the Ultra Despair Girl. Mysterious Mascots, Zero the Third. Say It Ain't So with Kana. It wasn't so, I could say it's not so. Masterminds with Tsumugi, the Amnesiacs, My Girl Ryoko, the Headmasters with Tengen, Flourishing Florist with Daisaku, Mask On is Seiko with her mask on, Secret Assassins, Maki and Juzo for the Selfless Saviors, the Resistance with Hiroko with 4 KOs, and Expert Deduction still have Shuichi and Naoto. Let's go. 34. We could lose that much in a day. This game is all over the place. So many teams. We had to introduce them all. This one is always a long one, and we'll proceed as it goes on. To night 3. Just night 3? That was only the 3rd Claire de Lune? That was only the 3rd Claire de Lune. That was only the 3rd Claire de Lune. That was only the 3rd Claire de Lune. As Corey tends to Shuichi's wounds, Sakura finds Yuta unconscious in the snow, nurses him back to health. Tsumugi makes hot stew for dinner before bedding down for the night. Fatogami has a dream of Alter Ego winning. Is this a premonition or something? Maki, Komaru, and Quark tell each other their pet peeves. Iris and Masaru sleep in shifts, and Mahiru convinces Daisaku to snuggle with her. Okay. I believe it. Crazy Yoko, Extra Large, and Mukuro are trapped inside of a box for the night and decide to use their imaginations to liven things up. Zero the Third eats a sandwich, fully restores herself. Maki grabs Joe by the throat. No, Joe. Seiko receives fresh fruit from another sponsor. Mizuki and Juzo threaten a double suicide. It fails and they both die. Dang it. Marco tries to enter the underground casino located in the arena but gets turned away by the bouncer. I buy that. Naota walks into a portal and turns it on and her molecules get all rearranged and she gets ghost powers. Crazy Yoko finds a secret stash of pancakes that Avi hypothetically hinted at. I did not. Did no such thing? No. Hypothetically, maybe I did, but I don't think I did. Boss sets off an explosive killing. 4 folk, Kana, Pewter, Hiroko, and Gerald. Kotoko. That brings us down to at least 30. I think we might have lost 2 other people too. Kotoko walks barefoot across a carpet of Legos. Unfortunately, she succumbs to the pain and perishes. Kotoko, oh no. Tengen climbs into an exisal. He was already in one. Did he use the exisal to climb into a bigger exisal? This man has unknown power. During the night, a tree falls on Gonta's camp, pinning him to the ground. By the morning, he is dead. I told you these trees! Ryoko feels herself developing a crush for Taichi as we proceed to day 4. Maki and Crazy Yoko look for more people to become friends with. These are not 2 people I would expect to go searching for friends, but okay. Fat Togami chases Crazy Yoko Extra Large. Marco. Crazy Yoko Extra Large is still in. I'm calling it early, that's my saving grace pick. She's gonna make it there. Marco confesses how much he has come to hate Daisaku. Daisaku has been running away crying because everyone's just like, we don't like you anymore. Daisaku, poor boy. Corey sets up an ice cream shack. Nobody comes. Cause you gotta set up a ice cream house, my boy. A shack is no home. Joe and Mahiru go ice fishing together. Komaru kills Mukuro for her supplies. Taichi chops down a tree which falls onto Samugi, killing her. Just the trees. They're going nuts this season, and it's just started. Quirk bleeds out due to untreated injuries. Zero the Third hunts for other tributes. Shuichi smacks the taste out of Ryoko's mouth. Boss was crushed by a falling anvil. If only your team didn't just leave at the beginning. Masaru kills Tengen with a sickle that pierces through the armor of 2 exisals. That's tough. That's metal, my boy. Sakura attacks Alter Ego, but manages to escape. Seiko and Iris enter a rebuttal showdown, and Naoto discovers a cave we lost. 13 gone. Which means after this Claire, Daylun, 4. Mizuki, Juzo, Kana, Pewter, Hiroko, Gerald, Kotoko, Gonta, Mukuro, Samugi, Cork, Boss, Tengen. We'll see everybody's statuses. And as such, we're at 21. 21 remain, less than a standard sized game, so this isn't going to go on for too much longer. We lost 13. 11 more until your saving grace picks. You will need them. I'm sure that you will. If you don't, good job, because well, good job. That's all I can say if you don't need them. For right now, we're gonna go on. We're gonna proceed to see what goes on, to see what happens. And as such, Sakura, feeling especially kind tonight, gives Alter Ego a muffin. It's the start of night 4 as Crazy Yoko unknowingly eats toxic berries. Taichi panics and tries to cure her. Crazy Yoko Extra Large succeeds. Thought I jinxed her. Loki did. Masaru and Zero the Third vow to protect each other. Yuta and Shuichi vow to protect each other too. Ryoko and Seiko invade Crazy Yoko's shelter, but fall victim to the booby traps that she has put in place. You never mess with Crazy Hyokos. Neither one. Daisaku finds a special charm that allows himself to turn into a magical girl. Now, it's time to fight some evildoers. He's cried too much this game. I hope Daisaku wins this one. It would be a coming home story for him. Maki manages to tame a polar bear for a pet. That should come in handy. Iris is unable to convince Joe not to kill her. Joe, you've got murder in your eyes for some reason as of late. But go for it. Corey sets off an explosive killing Marco. Komaru adopts Fat Togami as her child. Don't know how that works, but through the entire night, Naoto tells Mahiru a bunch of useless fun facts, and I'm sure Naoto knows a ton of them as we go on to proceed to day 5, as Daisaku and Mahiru ponder their existence as they gaze out across the vast field of fallen snow. Crazy Yoko, Joe, and Naoto hunt for other tributes. Alter Ego holds Yuta's head underwater, but Yuta grabs Alter Ego's arm and pulls it into the lake. Both tributes aren't able to kill one another, so they simply swim away. Kori bashes Sakura's head against the rocks several times. Taichi kills Maki with her own weapon. Fatogami is making Masaru angry. Fatogami's not gonna like it when Masaru is angry. Komaru feigns death, tricking Crazy Yoko into ignoring her, and Shuichi stabs Zero the Third while his back is turned. We lost quite a few, but I don't think we lost the 11 that we needed yet, just 7. Which means it's 4 more until your saving grace picks. But we won't wait for that. For now, we still have to get a Claire de Lune 4. Ryoko, Seiko, Iris, Marco, Sakura, Maki, Zero the Third. Alright, we'll see everybody's statuses. And we'll read them off. Because we got 14 left. We have Taichi from the Proud Fathers, 2 members of the Asylum, Crazy Yoko Extra Large and Crazy Yoko. Kori remains for in the family. The Pure Boys, the champs, still have 2 people in, Yuta and Joe. The Hotheads still have Mahiru, Noaya, and Team still have Alter Ego. Shrouded and Mystery still have Fatogami, he wants his second one already. And in such a large game, Headphone Vibing has Masaru, who does want his first win. He wants it. Ultra Despair Girls still have Komaru. Flooring Florist, I was gonna say we have a big chunk of just black and white. Flooring Florist still have Daisaku for Dedu. And then it's just Shuichi and Naoto? We got 14, right? Yeah, I was gonna say, that's... Huh. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, that's nuts. We had so many. We had so many people. It just looks like less than 14, but that's 14. As we go on. As we proceed, how are your picks doing? 4 more into your saving grace picks. Will you need them? You need at least 1, I'm certain. Let's go on to night 5. As Alter Ego rests in a fruit tree, Crazy Yoko Extra Large violently shakes the tree to retrieve fruit, but it also causes Alter Ego to fall on top of her, killing them both. Well, Taichi finds an etiquette somehow while distracted. Masaru sneaks up behind him and kills him. We lost 3 people already. Naoto buys a plush of Shuichi, tag team partner, and cuddles with it. Crazy Yoko puts her trust in Mahiru and allows herself to fall backwards. Mahiru catches her. Crazy Yoko says that she trusts Mahiru with her life. That's canon bonding right there. Daisaku uncannonly repeatedly stabs Fatogami to death with size. Joe. No. Okay, well, I'm not there yet. Komaru dies from an infection, which sucks. Joe slices at Yuta's eyes. Now his tag team partner is blind. You and Joe are just beefing for some reason. Yuta and Joe, I don't know what's going on between those two, and Kori was too cute for this world. Okay. And ascended to a different plane of existence. Okay. Well, we're definitely within saving grace pick territory, but will we make it to the Claire de Lune before the end of this? Because I'm anticipating a feast in the next, 2 days. It's not right here. Holy heck. Yuta, Naoto, and Mahiru successfully ambush Daisaku, Joe, and Shuichi. Masaru practices archery, and Crazy Yoko receives a gift from an unknown sponsor. I'm sorry, from a secret admirer. It's a sword. She's now got a sword, so it is now your final 5. Of course we missed Samurai 1, but at least we heard it earlier. At least we heard it earlier. We got Yuta, Naoto, Mahiru, Masaru, and Crazy Yoko as we proceed to the feast or Claire de Lune. Claire de Lune, we lost 9. Which puts us at our final 5. But it is a Claire de Lune 4. Alter Ego, Crazy Yoko, Extra Large, Taichi, Fatogami, Komaru, Kori, Daisaku, Joe, Shuichi. Let's look. Let's see everybody's statuses. How are your picks doing? Not so well? Okay. If anything, there's only 1 person left from every team who's left, so how about I just let you have some? How about I let you have a couple saving grace picks? The 5 teams that remain are the Asylum, featuring Crazy Hyoko. The Pure Boys, featuring the champs, the Pure Boys, featuring your singles champ Yuta. The Hotheads, featuring Mahiru with 6 KOs. could it be them? We also have headphone vibing a brand new team, Masaru with 3 KOs. And lastly, in her first appearance, I guess technically her second appearance, her first seasonal appearance, for expert deductions, we have Naoto with 3. So make your saving group picks known, you guys. 1, 2, 3. First, second, and third. You got a pretty good chance to at least pick the 3 right. I'll let you know who are mine, but you know what you gotta do to make them. You have to like and subscribe. You better do that, because that's what you gotta do. You gotta do that. You think we gotta go and like and subscribe? Make sure you do that. It's a good time. I'll tell you what. And make your saving grace picks known by going into the comments, adding your comment, putting a new comment, because this is a long one, and if you made it this far, good job. Good on you. But I'm gonna tell you mine. I want the Asylum, because I've come to love the Asylum. I do, so give me Crazy Yoko for first. Give me Naoto for second, because I just love Naoto. And then give me, Mahiru for third, because she needs some love. I guess Masaru needs more love, but give me Mahiru. She's got the 6 KOs, I think she's got the edge right now. So it is your final 5. And we won't dilly and dally, because we still got who knows how long to go. But it is Crazy Yoko for the Asylum. Yuta for the Pure Boys. Mahiru for the Hotheads. Masaru for Headphone Vibing. And Naoto for Expert Deductions. All caught in what we like to call, in our final 5, a crisis. A fate. Are you ready? I am ready. Let's go ahead. Let's proceed to see what unfolds. Are you ready? I think you better be, because as we go on, we see Night 6. Mahiru feels herself developing a crush for Masaru. Okay. Yuta catches Crazy Yoko off guard and kills her. Yeah, hate to see it. You hate to see my jinx, because here we go again. Naoto dodged from an infection. You hate to see it. Mahiru, if we're picking in order, if we're going in order, you are next. Is it true? Day 7? No, it's not true, not yet at least. Mahiru confides in Yuta. Yuta takes notes so we can exploit her later, and Masaru receives a knife from an unknown sponsor. Do we go to Claire de Lune, or do we have the surprise feast? We don't. It is just 2 gone. 2 almost made it, but they will have plenty more opportunities this season. But for right now, it is still a terrible turnabout for Crazy Hyoko. Naoto. Alright, well, if we see everybody's statuses, we got Yuta. And can we have Yuta. We got Yuta. What can we say about that? For the fan vote, we have Mahiru. And we have Masaru. Mahiru and Masaru need the win much more than Yuta needs the win. But I do hate to say it, but you can't count out Yuta. His RNG has been entirely too perfect as of late. But right now, they're all still kind of crises. A fate. Only one of them will win for their team. Who will it be? I don't know, but let's find out. Let's go ahead. Let's see. Will it be Yuta, Mahiru, or Masaru? Will it even end right here? It won't. In fact, everyone's fine. As Mahiru finds a big red button, presses it immediately if she has a death wish, much to her disappointment. The button does nothing. Yuta finds Masaru hiding and then comically slaps Masaru. At least you didn't kill him, but you did make him mad. You wouldn't like him when he's angry as we proceed. Mahiru convinces Masaru not to kill her, only to kill him instead. Well, you wouldn't like him when he's dead either, as Yuta hunts for other tributes, which means we are just down to Mahiru and Yuta. Alright, let's go on. Let's proceed. Is it a terrible turnabout for Masaru? It is. It is a terrible turnabout, to say the least, for Masaru. Yuta, I swear. this is Yuta, this is a little much. Mahiru's got 7 KOs, Yuta with 4. This is it. It's for the Hotheads and for the Pure Boys, the champs. So it's a fan vote or the Hotheads. Who? will it be Yuta, who's just must have like RNG held captive? Or will it be Mahiru, who hasn't won in ages, for the hotheads? Yuta, for the fan vote. Any of these teams eligible right now for a fan vote. Or Mahiru, for the hotheads. The Infinity Gauntlet Big Stick Mahiru, or Season of the Asahinas Yuta? Who will it be? I don't know. But I think it's time we find out. Yuta, Mahiru. Yuta, Mahiru. Yuta, Mahiru. It took so long to get down here, oh my gosh. Let's go ahead. Yuta, Mahiru. I cannot look. Mahiru discovers Yuta hanging upside down from a telephone pole. Nobody knows what happened. But Yuta certainly isn't alive to tell the tale. Somehow, somewhere, Mahiru was able to thwart the RNG magic that has been Yuta in one of the biggest games of all time. It is nice to say as we proceed. The true winner for the hotheads, for Himiko, for Himino. It's been a long time. It's been probably a year. It's been a year since she's gotten one. And that one is that win for Mahiru. Good job, Mahiru. Because I'm certain all of you, I'm certain everyone, and if you believed it was Mahiru, you're lying, because somewhere deep in your stomach you knew it was gonna be Yuta, but it wasn't. It was Mahiru. Good on her. Good on Mahiru. She definitely deserved this one with, what, 7 KOs? Nuts. Wildin' out of here. Good on her. Yuta in second. Masaru in third. Naoto in fourth. Crazy Yoko in fifth. Shuichi in sixth. Joe 7th. Daisaku 8th. Kori 9th. And Komaru 10th. In what is likely going to be the longest game this season. Because tomorrow's just 24 people. It's gonna be polar opposites of length. But I'm excited. Congratulations, we'll do a slow scroll. Because this was the first time that everyone has been in. Every team is here. And as we keep scrolling, and keep scrolling, and keep scrolling, and keep scrolling, all the way down to the first person who was out, in 127th place, the great Gozu. Where did Daisaku end up? Was he in the top 10? Yeah, he was 8th. Daisaku! You know those most improved awards? Most improved award goes to Daisaku, 100%. Good on him, 8th place. That's good for him. But dang, Mahiru also low-key maybe deserves most improved because she won and then she's had some tough times. But Daisaku probably really most improved. We'll go back down. And we'll proceed to see the bloodbath. It started off with Kibo and Gozu fighting for the bag. Kibo somehow getting the best of... Kibo exhibited a whole bunch of just random feats of strength this time. Beat the great Gozu. I believe he threw a boulder at some point. Threw a boulder at So, and then Mikon shouted So's name in anguish. I remember that. Where is that? It's right here. Yeah, right there. Day 1. This surprisingly still only lasted 8 days. With 127 people? 127? 127, right? Yeah, 127. That's nuts, and that's how many people we have competing for those tag titles this season. Did I ever turn off the wheel recording? Sure hope I did. Otherwise it's gonna just be a long recording and it's gonna be like, oh, well, we timed it out here because you weren't doing anything. We'll proceed. Oh gosh, we had to even scroll down here to get the actual kills. Mahiru with 4, Boss. Almost. With 4, Hiroko with 4, Yuta with 4, and Corey with 4, Masaru, Mizuki, Naoto, a lot of newcomers with 3. Mizuki and Naoto, Ryoko, Shuichi, and Taichi all had 3, everyone else had 2 or less. And now, we can finally go back to the reaping. It's been a long one. We've had a ton of teams go at it, but the hotheads finally pull off their win. Mahiru, Himiko, and Himino in, there it is, the winner's bracket for the tag teams. 2 spots down, 10 spots to go. I hope you guys are excited. Because this is the longest game of the season, I promise. Stay classy. Year of the Ascent. Toon Link Dave, United States Aviator, taking off until tomorrow. Tomorrow, where we address a couple of things like, is Yuta really the singles champion? I don't know. We'll address that tomorrow. Stay classy. Year of the Horizon. Toodaloo. Flight Crew. No, Year of the Ascent. Year of the Horizon just... Every year... Okay, I'm gonna take like 2 seconds real quick. Every year, it just starts rolling off of the tongue. Like, Year of the Aviator, always roll off of the tongue. I won't lie. That always roll off of the tongue. Year of the Horizon, I was like, it'll roll off the tongue eventually. Then it really started rolling off the tongue, and I was like, Year of the Horizon, Year of the Ascent, it's gonna get to me. It's gonna get to me. Rising High, Year of the Ascent, Toodaloo, Flight Crew. Thanks for watching.